Good evening, I'm Jeff Glore, and this is our Western edition. We are going to begin with efforts to prevent a partial government shutdown. Members of Congress from both parties negotiated all day. Now, just hours before the deadline, there is breaking news. Nancy Cordes is covering the negotiations.
Jeff, the House and Senate have now adjourned for the evening. No more votes until tomorrow at the earliest. That means there will be at least a short-term shutdown of parts of the federal government, the third shutdown this year.
We're totally prepared for a very long shutdown.
As the government girded for a grinding halt,
I think we are barreling towards a shutdown.
The vice president shuttled between the House and Senate, trying unsuccessfully to find a way out of a manufactured crisis.
The Senate stands adjourned until noon tomorrow.
Mr. Flake, no.
The Senate, as expected, did not have the votes today to pass the president's demand for $5 billion in border wall funding.
President Trump, you will not get your wall. Abandon your shutdown strategy. You're not getting the wall today, next week, or on January 3rd.
Funding is set to run out at midnight for 9 federal agencies that employ 800,000 people. Those deemed essential, like air traffic controllers, would have to work without pay. About 400,000 others would be furloughed.
I think we'll get one more paycheck because we just put in our pay, but after that, you don't know what the future stands.
The uncertainty rattled the Dow again today, which ended its worst week in 10 years, down more than 1,500 points. And while President Trump initially promised to take responsibility,
I will be the one to shut it down. I'm not going to blame you for it.
Today, he changed his mind.
It's up to the Democrats, so it's really the Democrat shutdown.
That's a complete lie.
Democrats argue a wall is ineffective and a waste of money, while Republicans are split on the president's signature campaign issue.
I agree with him. Border walls work, and he's been a very patient man with Congress.
Louisiana's John Kennedy says he's holding out hope for a Christmas miracle.
If everybody will take their meds and be cool, we'll get this worked out.
But congressional leaders have had a hard time pinning the president down on what kind of compromise he can actually support. So their new strategy is no more votes until he and Democratic and Republican leaders all come to a spending deal that they can hold him to. But it's not clear, Jeff, how long that'll take.
Okay, Nancy Cordes on Capitol Hill. Nancy, thank you very much.